Hello guys and welcome to yet another tutorial at long last here on the Unprepared Productions channel.
Shazbot.
That's the wrong game.
Oh, apologies.
Fucking tribes, man. Yes, hello and welcome. This time it's a Starcraft tutorial, and it's not the kind of Starcraft tutorial that perhaps many people do.
And who are you, handsome-voiced young man?
I am Craig. Did I not introduce myself?
No, nor me.
Well, most people will know us. Hello subscribers, hello newbies.
I'm Martin.
And there's Martin, yes, indeed. This tutorial series is going to teach the shit kickers of the StarCraft 2 universe how to get out of Bronze League. Just how to get out of Bronze, because that's something that people want to do.
Yeah, it's an admirable goal.
It is. If you're a pro, this is not the place for you, okay?
This is
not where you want to be.
Need to go AFK bio. What does bio mean, though? Does he need to eat?
Eat a drink, I think.
Thank you and excuse me.
Drink or piss or something. Something to do with water.
Something biological.
Yeah, something watery.
I need to sleep.
But yeah, okay guys, so each of these videos is going to focus on two little aspects that really will make you a dominant force in Bronze League, and then eventually we'll move on to Silver and other sorts of stuff. So this is an account I have that I use in Bronze League for these videos, which is useful. And by the way, I'm not the best player in the world, but I know enough to be able to get you guys where you want to be.
So what are you doing? What is your tactic?
The key to this video, the one point to this video that will give you wins in Bronze League,
there it is.
To expand.
Right there.
Expand, expand, expand.
What's it called? Because I see a forge,
This is the
and it's awfully fast.
Expand with Protoss, but don't worry too much about this. We'll go through it in a second. Don't worry too much about it. If you're Terran, if you're Zerg, this can still help you, especially if you're Zerg, in fact. You really need to expand.
And also you've scouted to see he hasn't expanded.
I have indeed. Scouting and expanding is the way forward. I'll explain why. You really want to expand because it makes your economy stronger. And in Bronze League, economy wins games. It just comes down, everyone knows in Bronze League, it comes down to who has the bigger army, whose penis is larger, right? And the more bases, basically every base you build extends the size of your dong.
Good. Brilliant.
And if you got a big dong, you can just walk over the map here.
Slap people in the face with it.
Slap him right around the balls with it. You can do whatever you like.
Dong slapping balls. We love that in Bronze League.
We really like that in Bronze League. Yeah, the real key here is to expand. So what I've done very early on in the game, I've scouted him and realised that
Sound like a chef.
What I've done here, guys?
Here's an expansion I prepared earlier.
It technically is an expansion I prepared earlier.
Indeed.
What I've done is I've expanded early here because I know that Terran rarely do that.
And you've walled yourself off.
I have, in fact. I've walled off my expansion as well. I probably shouldn't have built two cannons, but never mind. The whole idea of the Protoss Forge Fast Expand is you put a pylon down out here very quickly, get your forge down, get a cannon down, so you can defend your little expansion.
And is it very important for you to stack your pylons?
Yes, it is. Well done.
Good.
Thank you. Well done. You're learning, sir. You've been paying attention. When you've got your cannons, put more than one pylon around it. If your pylons go down, you've lost your power. Yeah.
Why is the forge so important in the Forge Fast Expand?
The forge allows you to build cannons.
Brilliant.
Without the forge, you cannot build the cannons, and your expansion would be practically defenseless.
So at this point, it's fair to say you have a fairly established second base.
I have seriously.
What's your enemy doing?
He is doing the typical Terran thing of building Marines and Marauders. What he is not doing, to his fault, is not building Medevacs, which you can take advantage of.
Ooh.
I kind of realised he was doing this and took massive advantage of it. So now what I'm doing, after I've got my expansion, after you've got your expansion, you really just want to focus on your macro game. Don't try and be clever. Don't try and attack him with void rays or if you're Zerg, don't try and burrow in and be all super clever and go for the super tech and all this ridiculous stuff. Just focus on your macro. Just get a force going. We're going to see in a minute how much of a difference this actually makes. So now what I've done is more gateways. And this is probably the second. We're going to do 3 points in this video. This is the second. Build buildings. Spend your money.
Build buildings. They are meant to be built.
You'll be amazed the amount of people I see in
that puts you on 5 gateways.
5 gateways now.
Which gives you how many units every 20 seconds?
5 units every 20 seconds.
Brilliant. That's easy.
I am also building 2 robotics facilities, so I can get because I can afford to do so. Because I can.
Oh, and look down there, a third.
And now I've gone to take a third base. Exactly. I have the money to do this. I can afford to lose that, and I know he won't be looking.
And if we
in
look
Bronze League, people do not scout.
So we're seeing Atheros, I think is his name. He's making a push.
He's going to attack.
So
me with this force. Now,
your second base, you need to make sure that it's defended. Obviously, if you're building it.
You've got the cannons up. He kind of knows that. He seems to think there's not a great deal going on. My probes are being very silly here. I'm sorry. I apologise. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. So he's attacked me, right? I have charge for my zealots, and this brings me on to the next point. Upgrade your units. Upgrade your units. If you have upgraded units, My God, will that make a humongous difference? I've lured him into the cannons there because
Very nice.
I'm in no rush.
So he's just got Marauders and one Marine left.
Boom, boom,
Zealots.
boom, 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 boom.
Cleave all those off.
Look
Very
how
nice.
quickly.
And you have sent in an observer to his base. Is that right down there?
I have indeed.
So you can see what he's got,
I know
and
what's going on.
he has rebuilt pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's
but
not bad.
it's of the same scale,
Yep.
and you now have 3
And
established
what are his
bases.
upgrades? 1, 0, 1. Okay, there's the difference on what are my upgrades on. I'm on 1 at the moment. I've also got charge. I've also got extended thermal.
And there's a
lance on my
Colossus.
There is
Another one,
armor coming out.
another Colossus on the way.
Yeah, there's armor coming out. If you really want, guys, you can build 2 forges, but this is just very simple, very simple stuff. So I've expanded here. Basically, I'm now a macro machine.
Would you even need to take a 3rd base, do you think?
You wouldn't necessarily need to. I could have won it on 2, but I decided that it would be best to do so.
Oh, is that a warp prism
now
as well?
Finally expanding on
look at
16
that.
minutes. He's finally expanding. Too late.
But you're pretty much ready to attack.
2 bases behind me now, and in any league, this is the decider. It really is a decider, guys. So basically, I suppose we'll see the conclusion of this in a second. But the key points of this video are
So confident in yourself.
Yeah.
We'll see this conclusion.
All gateways.
Well, I mean, you can just look at it. 120 to 80.
exactly the key
Look at that.
points of this video.
Look at that
guys,
madness.
Just
Madness.
Take it away with you. Number 1, expand. Expand, expand, expand. Make sure you scout so you're not leaving yourself open to cheese, but expand when you can. Expand, expand, expand. Point number 2, build buildings. If you have money,
Particularly,
see, I'm hoarding money here.
like production buildings,
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
I'm hoarding money here. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be spending it. Build buildings. If you're Terran, build barracks or starports or factories. If you're Protoss, build more gateways. If you're Zerg, expand
Is that
more.
the
Zerg are a bit
positioning?
different,
Is that the positioning of your warp prism? You've gone above
Yes,
his.
I've also, this is a bit of an advanced strategy that we'll cover later. This is the warp prism, so I can reinforce my army, but don't worry too much about that.
So now let's
Here
see
goes
him
the death
get
ball.
crushed.
Here goes the death ball out.
This is what we all came here to see. Let's be honest. We
can-
came here to see some Colossus do some damage. Is that 4 Colossus in there or Colossi?
There's 4 Colossi in there with extended thermal lance with +2, I think.
Oh, he in trouble.
He's in trouble. I can now warp in here, as we've just seen. So
Oh, look at that.
awesome.
More zealots. Oh, second base is going down.
Expansion. He has just this. My extended thermal lance can reach him where he cannot reach me. Lose a few Colossus there, my mistake, left him too far forward. But look at this. Just look at this. Look at the amount of zealots with charge that are going to just run through here. Boom. Charge straight in. Boom, 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 boom. Dead. Nom, 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 nom. Right. Gone. Absolute destruction.
And there it is. Such a destruction. He didn't even say
There it is.
GG.
You'll be interested to know as well, guys. That guy who I played was actually quite high in Bronze League. I believe he was top 15. In
And
fact.
he was just utterly confused.
And he was utterly destroyed by not a particularly good play.
If we have a look at income,
There you go.
that sort of gives you the picture.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up at the end there.
1,500 to 300. Well, I mean, granted, that was probably when some of his units were gone, but it would have been around 1,500 to maybe 1,000. So
Yeah.
you've got a third extra income, and it's
So much. I mean, just take away from this video, guys. Expand. Obviously, remember to keep building pros, but that's low level.
Scout.
Expand, scout, build buildings, and buy upgrades. If you do that, if you make sure that you do that, very few people in Bronze League will beat you.
And that is how you get out of Bronze League.
That's how you get out of Bronze, episode 1. Stay tuned, guys, to do subscribe if you want to see episode 2. There will be another one and a few more in a little bit more detail. This is aimed at the lower level StarCraft player because I figured there's not much out there for them. Thank you very much. Do check out our other tutorials if you like Tribes Ascend. We've got a few of them lingering. We might be doing another one for
Hint,
all
hint.
those people that want to see that. But yeah, thanks very much, guys. Subscribe, tune in next time, and let us know if it helped you in the comments.
Bye.